That's it.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
We'll wait for maybe 1 or 2 minutes and we'll start. Hi. Yeah, we'll continue with this session. See, the objective of this session is to discuss about all programs that we are running, uh, namely MBA, Fund Accounting, and Investment Banking, the upcoming batches, the dates, any other details you may have, like fees details or etc. So, is my Excel sheet visible? Can somebody please confirm if Excel sheet is visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yeah, if possible, please keep videos also on so that we can have interactive discussion, whatever questions you may have, rather than just completing as if it is a kind of a syllabus or class. Then, of course, once I explain these things, why our programs we may have to choose or what are the programs we run, etc., then I'll take up any questions you may have. Right. As of now, MBA admissions for 2024 and 26 are going on. Now that will continue till September. The classes will start in September 2024. And fund accounting next batch is starting 5th April for April batch. Classes will start. That will be for 1 month course. Then investment banking will start somewhere 15th May. Next batch. That will go for around 30 to 35 days. That is high level. More specifics on timings and fees and all I'll cover over a period. Why unique fin either for remaining programs or mainly for MBA is 2-3 points, right? So one is obviously the faculty is from the industry, including myself, where majority of the classes I take. Again, we normally hear, right? So most of the colleges also says that it's a practical oriented syllabus or industries oriented syllabus or people from the industry, but I feel there'll be a big difference still. Let's go into that. So anybody from CA background here, maybe CA inter or CA completed or etc. Can I assume none of the people are from CA background here? Okay. Anybody from MBA background?
Hi, sir.
MBA Shruti?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. Anybody from graduation background? Just completed BCom kind of thing?
Yes, sir. Doing BCom, sir.
Okay. Right. Whatever may be the course, the question is, let's say, particularly when you reach to the last year of that course, right? BCom or MBA or CA, what are the main questions you will have? I think my questions are when I was doing my CA, let's say 2003 to 2007. One is, should I go for the practice or employment, right? So when I go for the employment, which industry? If I go for one industry, let's say financial services, which companies or which divisions, which location, all this confusion will be there in the last year. Do you agree with me? Guys, try to participate. That's where I can certainly make you understand the things, or maybe, whatever questions I can understand your vision and then I can take up. Right. Right. So those are the questions, obviously. But then at that time, obviously, more investment banking companies were setting up in India. We have seen a lot of growth. It's the same view now also. In India, also, the industry is growing. That's where I decided to go to investment banking companies. That's where after my CA final exams, writing in Chennai, I moved to Mumbai, knowing that that is a financial services center where we can have more opportunities. Now, quite obviously, the questions are, I mean, at that time, actually, the industry was growing. I mean, growing till then, but in 2008, there was a big crisis. Some of you might know, global financial crisis. The markets were falling like 20%, 30% also. At that time, we were not able to get into the roles we want to get into, like equity research or mergers and acquisitions, etc. Like people were already saying, we are losing the jobs. This is not the right year. But then I attended my campus interviews and all also there in Mumbai. We got some of the foreign, I mean, I got some of the foreign offers also, and I got some of the domestic offers. Even though salary is high, I choose only investment banking companies. My first company was Deutsche Bank. Till then, at least there is no confusion. I mean, which industry I want to go, which division I want to go, at least industry. I mean, committed. I joined that Deutsche Bank. But then started the problems, right? The first problem is there are many divisions within the finance, right? They said legal entity controllers, product controllers, regulatory reporting, so many teams. We have no idea, right? So in CA, we discuss different things like direct tax, indirect tax. Normally in finance, we kind of think maybe direct tax team, indirect tax team are one or two teams, but that is not the case. In MNCs, there is a different kind of teams will be there. We have no idea. Some of my friends who joined along with us in the, CA freshers and all, everybody was moved into different teams. Just, managers decided, okay, you are into legal entity controllers team, you are into product controllers team, something. Then we realized some of them got good jobs, some of them not got, good things. So, but then that is too late. They said, you can't move now, at least work for 1.5 years, then I can move. Then, of course, after 1.5 years or so, I moved to analytics. It looks like very interesting, but then there another problem, right? So analytics team, the other team members is from IITs or, BITS Pilani, these kind of backgrounds, most of them, that is their main area. They're very good in analytics and programming and all. I have to learn there. Being a CA, I don't know this. So that's where again, question mark is, it looks like interesting, but is there a growth, compared to them? Can I get better salary, better promotion? That's where again, I got into JP Morgan, then real estate, private equity related. That looks like better than now again, right? So that way, sometimes you make a lot of mistakes. I mean, that's where I used to feel, we did CA, but then what we learn is different. What we are doing is different. Nobody's telling us, what is required in this company or which division is better, where I'll have better growth and all. That's where I always used to have that question, maybe somebody can mentor. That's where we started now. So what I feel is looking at my experience, right? So working as an employee initially, working for different divisions, then over a period, obviously, I became manager. And when I was taking the interviews, another challenges, right? One candidate looks like very good in the interview, but the performance is very bad. Sometimes we take rank holders in CAs or first attempt guys, etc. The expectations are high. Maybe they'll not live up to that because they don't know the industry expectations. Or sometimes, even graduate or any other low qualification, but having hands-on experience or skill, they are better. So this is where, again, we used to struggle a lot to find out the right resource to work for in our teams. So obviously, everybody has their own targets, right? Clients will be there, your management will be there. Their expectation is you'll reduce the cost for them, you'll deliver better results for them. Meeting those expectations need, again, a lot of quality teams. That interview process is, again, very painful process, right? So I continued for 4 companies I worked, Deutsche Bank, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, EXL, etc., different teams. But everywhere, again, one question is, one side, when I'm recruiting, why not there'll be a college who understand these things? Again, when I say understanding, for example, now also I go for some guest lectures, particularly initially. Some colleges like, even IIMs call for those guest lectures, or some medium colleges call for those guest lectures. I'll tell these are the skill set required. It looks like they understand. Now they go and tell to their students, these are the skills you have to develop, but still there'll be a gap. But then in my case, at least, we have been there, from the ground, we know what is the requirement, division to division, what are the changes, etc. That's where the customization of the syllabus or the delivery of the syllabus or the recruitment side, we can guide the student in a much better way, right? For example, how many of you from, let's say, Hyderabad here? I'm from Hyderabad, Pradeep, Kata, Bharat Kumar, Shruti, etc. Right? I'm sure there'll be some people not from Hyderabad. Now, if I have to talk about that guy, maybe because I was there in Hyderabad, worked for some time or been there many a times, I can talk about local issues, maybe either advantage or disadvantage, or maybe where the traffic will be more, maybe where the traffic will be less, where IT companies are there, etc. I can speak more, right? I can talk about high-tech city area, or maybe where the traffic signals are more, maybe where without helmet, if you are going, where the chances of, traffic constable will be there, whatever it is, right? So we can speak more because I was there, maybe certain areas like what is SR Nagar or maybe what is Amirpet, etc. We can discuss. But then if somebody is not there in Hyderabad, somewhere based on the YouTube or news channels, they'll have some image in the mind, high-tech city, maybe in the high-tech city area, maybe, Tank Band or Charminar, but their knowledge is quite low, right? Both knows about Hyderabad, but what the person living there knows is different from the person who occasionally visited, or maybe the person who heard about that in the newspapers and all difference. Same thing again, Mumbai, right? When we were sitting in South India, we had a different image on the Mumbai. When I was working also, that terrorist attack, 2008 attack happened, or some other issues used to happen, political issues. My family members and all used to say, oh my God, Mumbai is very unsafe, you come out. But we were not feeling that, right? These are all paper images. Sitting here, you have some image. New York is like this, Singapore is like this. But when you are there in that city, you have a different image. That's exactly happens in the career also. When I work in Deutsche Bank, when I work in JP Morgan, when I work in Goldman Sachs or any other company, we have much better understanding. It's not 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, right? I worked for more than 10 years. Every hour we spend, we learn something, right? What is the culture of the company? What is the different divisions in the company? What are the skills required? What is this hiring manager is asking? Maybe hiring manager question looks like same, but the answer they're expecting is different. All the depth understanding you will only understand when you go through all those things. But to my knowledge, most of the colleges, almost all of the colleges are, institutions. They understand from the HR and they'll tell you, I understood what it is. Or maybe they read somewhere and they think, I know what it is. But the reality is different, right? That's where we are able to guide our students in a much better way, right? If you look at 5 years track record also, why we are able to place in a much better quality roles compared to other institutes, or why our students are getting much better salaries compared to them is this understanding, right? When we are giving the examples, when we are again result oriented, right? So we know what exactly they are missing. Looking into the student, looking into the mock interview score, we know what it is. And again, job to job, company to company, looks like same role, but the expectations differ, right? So all these things we customize, right? That's where the result will come. Again, obviously, nobody can say we are perfect, but we are much better than others. That's what I can proudly say. That's what is reflecting in our reviews, or when you speak to our students and all. When you compare to other institutions, I mean, again, these questions normally comes. Others are also offering MBA. What is the difference? Some other institute is offering fund accounting. What is the difference? Fund accounting, to my knowledge, we only started. The first institute to start separate batches for fund accounting is we. And then, of course, the customization, what is the coverage we are doing for fund accounting in the first batch is different. What we are doing in now is different, right? At that time, less companies were there. Along with IB topics, only 10, 15 hours we used to cover fund accounting. Then we make it a separate batch, 50 hours, 60 hours, 70 hours. Within that hours also, the areas we are changing. One batch, I might cover 10 hours, one topic. Next batch, I might cover 20 hours, right? Based on that expectations, which company is hiring more, what kind of roles are coming, accordingly we change. Things looks like same from the outside, but when you spend time inside, you know what it is. That's where again, either you take our MBA or fund accounting or investment banking, everything is practical oriented. And again, result oriented, right? That's why we added many optional classes along with IB and fund accounting also. We offer all these things, right? For example, optional classes like initially Excel. Obviously, almost all companies ask for proficiency in Excel. That's where we added Excel, advanced Excel from the beginning. Then we realized people are failing mainly on the communication skills. Most of the companies clearly says the student should be very good in the communication skills. For that also, official lectures like, lecturers telling you what are the main things you have to take care in the communication skills we cover. Plus, we expect the student to participate, because some skills will only come if you participate. Again, right? When I joined those kind of companies like whatever, Deutsche Bank or Goldman Sachs and all, as a student, that is one of my handicap area, right? We never trained in the good communication skills. When we speak to other MBA guys from maybe Narsi Monji or IBS or IMS and all, they're excellent because they were given so many presentations. They're really good. They used to draw more salary than us. Till that time, I used to feel maybe MBA guys will get maybe lesser salary than CAs. But then I realized practicality is different. Those MBA colleges maybe who are charging more or who are giving better quality, those students are working for those kind of world-class companies. Maybe others are working for chota companies. That's what I have seen before. Maybe if you can't do CA, then you do MBA. That is a perception this side. But when I joined in first company, Deutsche Bank, there are many MBA students who are drawing better than us. I mean, being a fresher, I'm talking about. Because they are from those top colleges, their skills are much better. So that's why communication skills also, we have separate classes. That too, initially, we have never told the student also we are going to conduct. But again, to get the result, when student is missing that, we have to add. That's where we even added now Toastmasters. We ask every student to participate in that. Again, certain skills will only come if you participate. There is no way you will learn by sitting in a class. So that way, I mean, again, to get that result, what a student need, we add. Coming to again MBA, same communication skills. We are even going to the level now. Spoken English classes also we are conducting to some students who are struggling with that. Again, every student is not same, right? Somebody came from metro cities, they know good English. Some of them are from rural areas, they don't know. That's where to bring them up to the speed. Again, we have to go for those additional classes. We are not sticking to my syllabus is done. So I charged only this much fee, I'll not deliver. No, I have to get the result. For that, I have to add the classes. The same with accounts, right? Some people are CA interbasis and all are there in our MBA. They easily get the accounts, but then some people are struggling. That's where again, almost like a tuition, right? We added additional faculty, practice session. Same with Excel, right? Again, additional faculty. And even to do the certification, we are only sponsoring. I mean, the fees that you have to pay for Toastmasters, the fees you have to pay for NSM certificates, the fees you have to pay for Microsoft Excel certification, we are only giving. Again, the reason is simple. Sometimes when I tell the student you have to pay additional, maybe some people will not pay. Again, if I want to get the result, I want to get it done. That's where we are paying. So again, that is result oriented. I mean, again, my point is simple because I took so many interviews sitting in those corporates, or maybe I attended so many interviews. Every day, our students are attending the interview. We check the feedback from them. I check with my friends who are taking those interviews, or maybe the department heads and all. Based on all this feedback, we do a lot of customization, right? Customization, customer change. Till you get the result, you do it. That's how I can again proudly say we are much better in terms of this mapping to the industry compared to any other institute or college. I can say easily we are much better, right? That feedback reflects in our students' feedback also, right? So that's why again, right? So I'm again coming to optional classes. Even for certification courses, we are offering all these things, aptitude classes. Even some people are failing in the basic accounting, particularly people from the industry who are already working in a process driven work. They might have forgotten the basic accounting like entries and all. That's where even the fundamental accounting also we added. All those things are without any additional cost, right? So whatever you pay for IB and fund accounting, that's all these things. Now there is some more feedback. Email writing is bad. That's where we're adding now. Again, those optional classes in the weekends, like software related classes to make you understand some of the softwares used in the industry or email writing. Almost anything that is required here and there will be keep adding. Even recently budget came, we conducted, some of the sessions on budgets, highlights. List goes on, depends on that. Even we are planning more and more presentation skills. I mean, PPT students will only present on the recent trends like artificial intelligence and all, because those are the expectations. Most of you might be hearing artificial intelligence will replace the human beings, or, a lot of roles will be taken care. At least some understanding is required. So that's why we're adding. Most of them are, it need not always be planned, right? So what is required, okay, add it. So that's how I feel, again, the syllabus, all these combinations are getting much better results for us, right? So coming to again MBA, again, it's unique in many terms. For example, one of the common expectations of the industry is you should have some hands-on experience. When I'm taking you as an MBA fresher also, that's why we said internship is mandatory. Either people are going for 1 year internship. Even first batch we started 2023 September. It's hardly 6 months. Some of them who are already up to the mark, somewhat decent in the presentation skills, somewhat decent in the subject. We have already placed some of them in internship already. And some of them went for equity research. Some of them went for data analytics. Some of them are attending the data analytics interviews. Some of them are attending private equity interviews. Some of them are attending hedge fund interviews. List goes on. Because one of the advantages again in the MBA is we know every student by name. We know every student by the qualities. I mean, where they are struck or maybe where they are good. What is a better role for them? This is the meaning of career guidance anytime, right? Even to give better career guidance, we have separate program for mentorship also. The people who are certified from the industry to give this career coaching, separate person coming from Hyderabad and delivering and going. Actually, he was one of my ex-manager in JP Morgan. He was head of the department at that time, more than 25 years experience being a CA. He was in Bangalore, but now moved to Hyderabad, but he comes and deliver. So wherever that extra quality we need, we are bringing the people from other areas. We are incurring that additional cost also. Again, result oriented, right? So even we bought some of the faculty from my faculty. I mean, I was doing MBA from IIM Kolkata. My faculty, I brought them from IIM Kolkata, retired faculty. Those are very expensive, but we are okay. At the time, I mean, if you really want to deliver the result to the student, you have to stick to it. So that's where, again, result oriented is what I can say. So coming to that, again, to get that hands-on experience, we are asking the people, go for the job. If you are missing the classes, we'll give you recording. We'll allow you to, attend online also. It's not a mini rule-based, again, that's what I have observed in the top MBA colleges, including IIMCs. You choose your subjects. It's not always like a monotonous. If it is MBA finance, it's always like these things. MBA HR means always these things. The changing trends in the industry need that changing trends from the education also, right? That's where we strongly believe. Even the curriculum looks like same maybe batch to batch, but then the topics that you cover, one topic might be covered 20 hours in one batch, maybe 40 hours in the next batch. So these things will change. Depends on which companies we are targeting, what is your interest area and all. So that's where again that customization plays a major role. And we strongly encourage the student to go and do the job, see, no matter how much you trained, again, practical experience is practical experience. Some of things you have to feel it. Otherwise, you don't appreciate, the quality. That's why, internship is offered, and even job plus MBA is also offered. Many students are already working and then attending. Wherever it is required, we have included, we have designed in such a way more classes in the weekend so that the people who are working also can attend in the weekends more hours, weekdays less hours. Again, I strongly believe, the number of hours in the class can be less, but the amount of time you have to spend on the subject should be more. I mean, the practice you have to do, the discussion you have to do with the students and all. That's where we have a lot of practice. I mean, presentation sessions also. We encourage the students learn in those 3-4 hours classes, and then you prepare the presentations, you give it to the others. That's where the clarity comes. Again, so in almost all aspects, compared to any other MBA, the way the curriculum design, the way it is delivered, the way it is involved, I mean, the students involved in the subject, the way they can get the jobs, everywhere I can say, much better things will be done. Right? So, and then again, apart from the subject, we encourage, I mean, we are giving online MBA from one of the top university. So that's why you will not have an issue with the attendance also. I mean, there's no rule that you have to be in the college for 8 hours, 9 hours, no. But classes will be there on a regular basis, but more hours in the weekends. Then freshers and all, whoever having the additional time, we allow them to attend all these practice sessions by other faculty or, presentations on their own, so that they are also occupied a good amount of time. So that it's not like, they have a lot of time or wasting the time, right? So, and then as soon as possible, depends on their suitability, we send it for the job or internship, right? So the way we are offering is, again, MBA Finance plus Analytics. So as you know, almost all companies are moving towards artificial intelligence and whatnot, analytics side, data side. That's where the major chunk of, all these things, like whatever need, Power BI, Excel, Python, and all what you have, those will be covered. And people who are joining in MBA, their fees paid for IB and investment banking is also offset in the fees. In a way, indirectly, it's free for them. IB and fund accounting. Again, the point is very simple. If you're spending time with us for about 2 years, the main classes will get over in 1 year. Next year, you'll go for the internship, or only weekend presentations, classes, etc. will be there, so that you're good for the industry as well as the quality will increase. So that way, again, the way it's designed is different, right? So, and then in those 2 years, your knowledge should be really strong. It is not like some manageable, no. At least in the main areas, like again, Excel or Power BI or communication skills or accounting or stock market related areas, private equity related areas, hands-on experience you should get. That's where we also have investment club and all, where you have to invest, you have to research. We will give some money, you will invest some money. You have to involve in that, right? So everything is again practical oriented and make you involved so that the results will come, right? So like startup fund will be there or investment fund will be there, right? And again, coming to the fees also, we kept it very, very, what you call it as competitive, and more importantly, it's not something like too much burden on you, right? So the way we kept is 5 lakhs, but within that, you'll have a loan initially around 1.6 lakhs. You can go for loan, and with this itself, almost 1 year, there's no other payment for you, right? Initially, within 1 year, we expect around 1.5 to 2 lakhs to be paid from your side. That is almost loan you can take and EMI. And by that 1 year, our expectation is almost everybody will go for either job or internship. So remaining installments, whatever you have to pay, mostly you can pay from your, this one, your salary or stipend itself. There are very less chances you need to depend on your parents or others to pay the fees, almost self-financed in a way, right? So then within that also 1 lakh we are keeping it towards after the placement, even after internship, second year placement. So in a way, 4 semesters, roughly you pay 1 lakh each. So in that way, first 12 months, by the time all the classes got over, you could have paid only 1 or 1.5 lakh, max 2 lakhs. Remaining two you will pay when you are in the internship or a job. The remaining you will only pay after the second year placement. So that way, it's almost like zero saving that you need from your side. With loan and EMI, etc., you can easily manage, right? And many things are included within that 5 lakhs, as I said before. IB class plus fund accounting access is given to you. Toastmasters one-time fees is included to you. NASM certification courses, exam fees are included in that. Micro MS Excel certification courses, fees is included in that. Some other things like, uniform to give you that culture of, sticking to kind of blazers or whatever required to give that corporate look. Those things are included, a kind of bags or whatever required. And even sports facilities, at least, we encourage for the team building on the whatever the badminton club fees that we have to pay, we will only pay like that. There's so many things included. Again, the point is, as a student, you should really learn the important skills that are required, whatever support required, like some of the team outings to develop that bonding between the students. That also we have done that. So almost everything is included. We are not asking any single rupee extra from the student. Again, the idea is simple. If the student is coming, the required skills we want to add to the student and we want to place it in a good company. Though we never use the word guarantee and all, but I'm very confident when we are developing the committed results we are delivering. When student is committed, obviously result will come, right? So that is what it is. I hope high level people got what it is about MBA. If yes, let me know, or any question, let me know. If then I can go for other points like fund accounting and IB, etc. Still, if you have any questions, I'll drop my number is this one. Sorry. By WhatsApp, anytime you can send me the message, or our team details I'll give. Or Telegram channels of either UniqueFin or Fund Accounting Telegram channel, you can follow for any update. Right. So, or otherwise, one more number. Right. And website is obviously uniquefin.co.in or even fundaccounting.co.in. Almost all batch details, whatever is covered, everything is there. You can just go through, you'll get a much better idea. Okay, as you know the questions there, let me move on. The fund accounting, as I said, next batch is from 5th April. What we cover is, I'm sure some of you might have some idea. What are the topics we cover in fund accounting? Just guess if I can add. You can unmute and speak also. People are typing. It's better if you speak out also, please. Somebody asked, what is your package expectations or initial targets? Praveen, trust me, the way I always look at it is, don't take that burden of package, right? So if you look at the long-term career, it's always better to stick to the main focus should be always, what is the right role for me? Again, the industry and the company, and then skill set, what is matching. Very high level, the targets we keep is somewhere anywhere between around 7 lakhs is the target. But then again, I never suggest to go for it. So for example, even internships, some of the students went to equity research, etc. That is low pay compared to others. But we said, when there is a learning opportunity, don't look for the money, right? So obviously in the future, you make much, much better money. So that we never take any pressure. See, again, we have MBA students, the what you call it as mix of students. For example, some of the students we have already placed in university, they are doing the MBA, right? Maybe they are already around 10 lakhs now. By the time MBA they complete, maybe we'll put them into around 15 to 20 lakhs. Some of them who are now starting at 4 to 5, 1 year is over, maybe as a fresher, we'll send them around 7 to 8. So that way, we have mix of people. Anywhere between 5 to 20 lakhs in between, we might send. Some of them are a little bit experienced, some of them are not. So that's what it is. So, but then very high level, by looking at the fresher, that is our target somewhere. But again, if the role is good and then if the salary is less also, I strongly encourage. So, and again, that's where we never say a number. Tentative, I can tell you just for an idea. But then again, my suggestion is always look for the better role. Right. Coming back to these mutual funds, yeah, all those fund accounting topics people are telling, yeah, I agree. Mutual funds, private equity, hedge funds, bonds, general partner, limited partners, okay. All those things, right? All end-to-end accounting topics will be covered in detail. Whatever company interview you need to attend, whatever knowledge you need to have, like again, NAV calculations, the journal entries that you need to post, whatever it is, what is the private equity funds, hedge funds, mutual funds. To understand these mutual funds and all, whatever areas you need to know, something like derivatives, something like corporate actions, all those things on the live basis, it will be covered. Even coming to again optional classes also to make you understand that derivatives and all, live trading also will be there. Again, to make you understand how these interviews can be, or to share the tips from the senior students and all, we'll have separate sessions for interview preparedness sessions also. Again, the idea, as I said again and again, right? So looking at student interview performance, looking at the expectations of the HR or hiring managers, based on that the practical experience that I have in the industry, whatever is required, we always change. Add those topics. So that way there'll be enough support apart from the technical topics that you need to. All right. So everything is covered. As I said, to make sure the working people also can attend, we have kept 6:30 to 8:30 all days. So which means even if you're working Saturday, Sunday, you can anyhow manage these classes. And remaining days, I hope whatever work you have in the office, just managing 2 hours, I don't think 2 hours, I don't think it is a difficult thing, right? So easily you can manage. Occasionally, due to month end, etc., if there is any difficulty to attend, we can give the recording, right? So that way, easily even people who are aiming for the weekend classes and all also can join this itself. Working people, non-working people, anyhow can join, right? 6:30 to 8:30. Any questions on fund accounting before I can go to IB? There are mock interviews. Is there mock interviews? Obviously, as I said again, right? When I really want to get the result, when a student has to be there up to the mark, yes, mock interviews. Again, there's no limit whatsoever. If you want to take one mock interview or 5 mock interviews, depends on that, you can take it. And then placement support wise also, we can make you speak to the students who are already working in that company so that you can get that confidence. What are the areas you have to prepare apart from the mock interviews? Again, once mock interview is already done, today you have an interview with, let's say, one company like JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs or whatever. Again, we can give you based on that job description what are areas you have to concentrate. So that way, that continuous support will be there. Mock interviews obviously are there. Again,
Hi,
as
sir.
many people could, we also have mock interview, we also have fund accounting, we also have investment banking, but the name is different, the quality is different. This is where you have to really understand. Speak to old student you understand, or maybe even this also I encourage. You attend 1 or 2 classes, see the quality. If you think no, it is not up to my standard, that is not the quality I'm expecting, you withdraw without any question. We can refund. The point is not everything on the paper looks like same. That's what I said, that Hyderabad example, Mumbai example, whatever you take, the person who spent in the interview will have a different quality. The person who manage others HR feedback or something else, that will have a different feedback. That's where I can say certainly to get that result, whatever is required, that additional step will be taken. And including, there are days, if the student is really struggling, there are days we have allowed them to attend for at least the selected classes one more time. Again, for everyone we cannot give as a blanket access, then seriousness will miss. But really, when it requires, there are days we went for additional support also, right? So as far as you are serious, we can certainly, at least from the learning perspective, we can make sure you are comfortable. though the placement depends on your skill and my skill and industry situation, that we cannot give guarantee, but certainly we can help you till you place, though there is no guarantee, but then knowledge is in our hands. So that's where at least, certainly we can make sure you're up to the mark. Yeah, somebody said question, please go ahead.
Hi, sir. What is the fund accounting course duration?
See, the main course, that is all the topics I said, is 1 month, right? So by 5th May, it will get over, around 60 hours roughly. But then, as I said, all these optional classes might go for roughly next 2 to 3 months. In the weekends, they'll be continuing. You can keep attend whatever batches. Even, let's say one batch we can do over within a month. Somebody, Pratik, is asking, do we have good opportunities in fund accounting in these harsh times? Answer is yes and no. Now, for example, if you ask me, are there interviews going on in the last week or last 1 month or last 2 months? Enough. I mean, at least enough opportunities were created. But yes, compared, at least in some sections like CNTER or some sections compared to last year or maybe 6 months back or 12 months back, there was less. But at least in the last 2-3 weeks, at least, we could see some much more better opportunities, much more, many more interviews happened comparatively. But then if you go the other side, like become freshers or MBA freshers and all, there are much better opportunities even in the last 3 months. And some of the companies, we don't have resumes. The companies have openings. So short answer, compared to previously, yeah, in some stretches, yes, there was less recruitment, obviously, because of the ongoing recession and all. But one, it's picked up. And second, I always say the same thing. When you have that right quality, there'll be opportunities, right? So maybe, yeah, sometimes it might take time, but compared to any other institute, I can certainly say, compared to, again, quality roles, maybe some data entry roles and all some other institutes might create, that's a different point. But then at least quality roles like end-to-end private equity fund accounting or, hedge fund accounting or IB related roles and all, they're much, reasonable market is there. That's all what I can say, right? So, and what is a career in the fund accounting? See, I personally spent almost 10 years, and we have many students who are there from the last 5 years. My managers are there from 20, 25 years. Because if their growth path and their salaries or their positions and all, I'm very, very, very confident. Yes, it has a very good amount of career. In India also, it's picking up. Most of might be hearing stock markets are going up, lifetime highs, wants people investing into the funds, everything is increasing. I'm very confident. I mean, global roles coming to India will also be there. Or if you work in India and you want to move to other countries also, many of our students, if not many, some good amount of students are working in the other countries also. That opportunities are also there because these are obviously global companies. You take whatever company like Citco or Apex or JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs or whatever company, State Street, etc., etc. Everyone has global branches also. As far as you have that skill set, you can also move to other countries. So that way, it's global career and obviously dollar earnings, so much better salaries will be there. Again, you should have that skill set. Again, I can't say that as if everybody is earning super amounts, no. But if you have guidance and then if you are learning the things, obviously, why not? There'll be a very good amount of career in the long term. Am I missing any other comment there? In the fund accounting course, PMS and AF also teach. Yeah, AF obviously cover because fund accounting and in fund accounting, private equity hedge funds is the major portion we cover. Portfolio management, indirectly, yes. In the name of portfolio, we don't cover, but indirectly, many topics related to that are anyhow covered. Like where the funds will invest, what are the strategies they follow, how do they find out the market values, which asset is better than other, what is more risky asset, what is less risky asset. So that way, almost all topics you need to make it towards wealth management, portfolio management side is anyhow covered. Yeah. Any other question there? Try to unmute and ask. Anyhow, I'm reading the comments also, but if you can directly ask, that's even better. Ishak, any questions there? Siddharth? Okay. I'm assuming so far points are clear. Now, if I go to investment banking, What is covered is some of the areas in detail, like for example, primary market like IPO topics, secondary market like what happens in the stock exchange, how do you buy and sell the stocks, what are the products available in the stock market, etc. Equity research to some extent, like how do you value the company, or what are the major ratios that you need to know, something like debt equity ratio or earnings per share or price to earning ratio, those kind of thing, financial statements related terminologies, and the currency market to some extent, and derivatives in detail, and corporate actions in detail, or debt market in detail, etc. Right? So AML KYC to some extent, all these things are covered, particularly freshers who might be having almost zero idea about this industry. All these practical areas we cover to give you that practical feel of that market, and all will allow students, or will make students to read newspapers on a daily basis, or show them the markets like CNBC TV 18. So that way they should really get that comfort. Acha, I know the market, I know the topics, etc. So we strongly suggest, particularly freshers and all, are people who has almost no practical idea about the industry. I strongly suggest to go for both. That's where again, normal mindset of the student is, let me save some money. That's where we kept the fund accounting and IB together is also not much addition, right? So we kept fund accounting 37, that includes all those classes that I talked about, the placement assistance and all those optional classes, everything. And oops, give me a second. That is 7. And if you have any referrals and all, 2K will be further reduced. And investment banking plus fund accounting, IB plus fund accounting together also we kept only 45. So that not much addition, is just 8K difference, so that you can enhance the knowledge, much better way. Then, as I said, if you enroll for MBA, anyhow, these two courses are free in a way that this fee, whatever you pay, will be adjusted in the MBA. Again, the idea is don't just look at the money. If you're looking for the result and knowledge, obviously we can adjust all these things here and there. Ultimately, you should really feel positive about the learning and the career-wise, the scope that is great, right? So I hope points are clear. Any other questions there? Is there evening batch available? See, normally month to month, the batch timings will be changing. As of now, fund accounting is going on in the evening, 6 to 9. Next batch, May batch that I'm talking about, will be in the evening. The upcoming batch, April, will be in the morning. So that way, it will be keep moving. And let's say you joined a company, maybe your shift timings are changed and you want to move from morning to evening or evening to morning batch also, we can easily adjust. That flexibility will always be there. If it is only evening batch that is applicable to you, rather suitable to you, you can wait for that batch. In the month of May, it will be there. Which is the best career for long-term for CAC? Both are interlinked only. You don't need to see as if it is a different industry, right? If you take a IB company like Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan or Morgan Stanley or whatever, you'll have both. One side IB division, one side securities division, one side asset management division. The skills you are learning in this division is good for the other division also. That way, anything is okay. But for CS, most of the recruitments are happening in the private equity fund accounting now, or hedge fund accounting. So that way, maybe short answer, I can say as of now, more opportunities in that area. But you can move between the roles also possible as far as you learn those skills. Investment banking morning or evening batch. See, that's what May, what is going to start, it will be in the morning, right? So, and again, please follow the status of these WhatsApp. We'll be keep updating if there is any change. But as of now, the plan is the morning batch of fund accounting will move to evening in the month of May, the fund accounting, which means IB will come to the morning. And please message me in this one WhatsApp and keep checking the status, or follow these websites. So every batch got timing and everything will be announced if you're not joining this batch. And then if you need details. Sir, will CMA India qualified be able to get into FEIB opportunities in Dubai? See, earlier, I don't remember, we have placed students in Dubai from our side, but yeah, existing students, some of them said they got opportunities in India, and with that experience, they moved to Dubai. but we don't have direct connection in Dubai. But these are all global careers. There are some students who attend the classes also from, let's say, Ireland or Canada or these kind of countries, even UK, America, or Dubai also, I think, yeah, some badges. So the point is, there will be, but it's not something we have a tie-up, etc. But this learning-wise, it will help you to get the placements there also. We can try existing students. If somebody can help you, we can try. Sir, fund accounting along with investment banking is a good decision. Yes, Siddharth, that's what I'm saying. Both together, learning-wise, it will be a better opportunity or better learning. IB April batch. No, Veera, April, we don't have IB batch. Again, due to there is a conflict that MBA syllabus we have to complete. So we kept less. Again, considering the exam season to some of the people, we kept IB only in May. If you're enrolling, you can go for fund accounting now in April. By the time it will get over, with 1 week gap, IB will start. So now fund accounting, then IB, you can manage. Normally, one will be in the morning, one will be in the evening, right? So now the option you can take is attend April, the fund accounting complete, May attend, IB and complete. The other side, weekends may, these classes will be happening like Excel, aptitude, accounting and all. You can complete. Roughly by May end or somewhere June end, all these classes will get over for you. Kiran, choosing difficult to go accounts payable and accounts receivable or FA. Can you explain? In FA, there'll be more growth and more of. Obviously, yes, right? So accounts payable, accounts receivable, within the accounts, those are one section, right? So in the accounts payable, you take care of payments to be made for the vendors, and accounts receivable, you take care of the receivables for the company. One section, right? In the accounting, you cover end-to-end. In fund accounting, it's a little more, right? The end-to-end accounting plus the concepts like finance related, like the investments, shares, and derivatives and all. So obviously, compared to accounts payable, accounts receivable, etc., fund accounting will have much better growth. There's no doubt about it. What is the work-life balance in this career? When we heard from someone, there were late nights also. Is this true? See, true and false both. Obviously, depends on the company, depends on the location for which that client is, these people are supporting. All types of shifts are there. There are some people who log in at morning 7, somebody at morning 10, somebody at afternoon 12, somebody at evening 4 or 5 or 6. All are there. Depends on which company or which team you are, the timings will change. Coming to the work-life balance, again, if it is a new project or if you are a less trained guy in these combinations, yes, it will be more stretching also. If it is stabilized teams, a little bit old, more than 1 year old project, more than 2 years old project, or your skills are much better than others in these combinations, there are people who are managing it in a much better way. Both are true. I mean, if you have heard, we are stretching more, possible. There are some teams, but again, it's not true as if it is always the case, certainly, right? I personally spent in that industry for more than 10 years. There are many teams. Maybe in the month end or quarter end, we'll have some extra work, or maybe in the new project or some attrition that you'll have some time, additional. But most of these companies try to follow these global trends. Most of these Europe countries or America countries, America kind of things, if you see, mostly it's a mature work culture. In the weekends, they'll not ask you to come and work, or holiday, they'll not expect you to work. List goes on. Maybe as a fresher, when you are not up to the mark, if there are more escalations, your manager is fighting with you and all. To cope up with that, you might work extra hours or maybe weekends and all. But I don't think any company will expect that kind of thing. So very high level, my answer is, compared to any other Indian companies, work-life balance should be better. If not in the first 6 months or 1 year, if you look at 5-year, 10-year career, obviously it will be a much better work-life balance career. Again, most of the career decisions I always say is, take it in the long run. Give me 1 second. Take any decision looking into the long term. Don't look for all these small things like 1 month results or 6 months results and all. Give me 1 second. Let me see other questions. So placements are available in Hyderabad. Yeah. Most of the students last 3 weeks placements also, most of them are in Hyderabad only. I mean, the short answer, we do have placements in Hyderabad, obviously. Placements, both questions are same. Is I completed, good evening, I have completed MBA in 2015 and I have total 7 years of CA audit from experiences and eligibility to get the job. Can you please update me? Yes, yes. The CF audit firm experience obviously is considered as accounting related experience. You will have good exposure on the accounts. I mean, accounts posting or preparation of financials and all. So that way, yeah, we do have many students in the past, either MBA or CA inter or whatever it is. If you have audit firm experience, that will certainly help. I can say you are eligible. What is the work life? I answered that question. Placements available in Hyderabad. I answered that question. I'm 26 and preparing for CA finals. Should I start career in FA or should I continue? See, that is your decision to continue. CA finals are considered on that, but I know that's many people confusion. We also have many students from that background. That's your confidence is what I can say, right? So, but again, if it is taking time, there is no point in waiting for too long. That is common. I say, even when I read my CA final, I was clear it is already waste of time. If it is not cleared in the first attempt or second attempt, it depends on your capability. You can put whatever limit. Beyond that, I don't think struggling and then keep writing 5 attempts, 6 attempts, 10 attempts, waste of time. We have so many students who dropped and even MBS. We have many students who are enrolled. My career could have been much better instead of wasting so much time there. So short answer, take your call. I'm not saying as if CFNL is waste or something. If you're capable and you want to write it. Otherwise, no, I want to drop there. I want to concentrate on my career. There are enough opportunities. But again, timing is sometimes, don't take it again short term. Some people will come and say, in 2 months, I'm not getting the job. I could have written the jobs. I mean, I could have written my exams. Don't go with that confusing mindset. If you think, no, it's not worth, leave it there. We'll try for the job. Maybe sometimes it will happen within a month. Sometimes it will take 3 months or 4 months or whatever. But as far as you're in the right track, result will come. So look at the long-term career. So if I'm in your position, if I could have already written 2 attempts, it's not proving, or maybe in the CA inter, I already struggled so many times, the less chances I can clear my CA final within 1 or 2 attempts. Then maybe ideal option is to look for career rather than keep writing and wasting time 6 months, 6 months, 6 months like that. But anyhow, take your personal call. That's my opinion. Oh, sorry for joining IB. I have to attend both FA and IB classes or wait for only IB classes. No, there is nothing called as, the way we designed is there's a separate batch for fund accounting. There is a separate batch for IB, right? If you join for both, so one batch of fund accounting, one batch of IB is given access to you. Now, which batch you want to attend first, or which batch you want to attend at a time or maybe separately, all options are given to you, right? So for example, if you are joining now, fund accounting April 1st, maybe the 5th April batch you can join. Now IB you have to wait, right? Because 15th is the next batch. Maybe let's say the timings are not suitable or they may be whatever, that time you're busy, etc. The next IB batch, whenever it starts, you want to take up also, we have no issue. There's no rule that it has to be completed simultaneously or within the next batch, no rule. Whenever you want to take it, you can take it. But yeah, as of now, the design is separate batch. I'm a CA fresher, which is the best for my career, going to core audit or this FARIB. See, again, personal interest, right? Both has its own career opportunities. Personally, when I look at it, audit is to what you call it as personal life will not be there is what my personal opinion where I did my articles and all. People were like, day and night, the billing power is less and clients will not give their money in time on all those issues. That's where I felt there's no worth. So that's where I have not approached. If that is of your interest, etc., maybe you can explore. So personally, I feel obviously these global careers will give you much IBFA career, but it depends again. Some people are extremely interested towards signing a balance sheet or maybe doing the practice. If you are that kind, maybe go with that. But otherwise, you need a global career. I mean, again, you compare and benchmark. This is one beauty. See, most of the things, unless you are there, you don't understand. That is a problem, right? For example, if you work in a small company or you're doing your own practice, certain things on the way you learn. I don't I mean, I don't say no. There'll be a lot of learning here also. But then there, at least personal experience that I have is when you compare yourself with some, let's say ISB guys, or maybe somebody from IIM or somebody from different Sriram College of Commerce or this kind of quality. When you compare, you realize so many things. Actually, I'm missing in this. Maybe time management skills are very good. And that networking is very important. That's why I was trying for international MBA also initially because of the cost pressures I was not able to do. But if you do that, that networking is very important. The life is full of, the right person who is there to help you. But if you work on your own practice and all, generally it will take good amount of time. I mean, you're so much busy almost all the days. You'll not have this time to concentrate on the skill upgradation. Of course, on the way to practice, you will upgrade certain things. That's a different point. Some soft skills and all, I don't think you'll be going in that path. So that's where I feel at least working for some top companies, particularly for some years at least, will give you different perspective, how to scale up the business, how to organize the business and all these things. So when I IB, is there any freelancing opportunities? See, initially, to my knowledge, not many, very few got into, but with experience, there are many. Some of my colleagues who are working with us, they stopped working for the companies. Overseas projects they are taking, they are working on their own. So possibility over a period is there. As a fresher, I doubt. By stock market का ज्ञान चल रहा है, I don't know. What is the issue, Jita Lal? You want Prince? What is the details you want? Let me know. I'll give you if you are not getting the details what you need. Pratik, I agree with you. My friends who started the early career after completion of BCom, they are doing good with a good package, nearly 15 lakhs in EFA. I would might have joined with the NFA rather than waiting. I agree. We have many examples like that. But yeah. So
Sir, good evening, sir. Myself, Sandeep.
please.
Sir, actually, I am BE dropout guy, sir. Now I am pursuing BCom through the distance education through the Coimbatore University.
Go ahead.
So my final year exams are over, sir. I am planning to join the investment banking and fund accounting classes from 5th, sir. What is your opinion on my?
No, you're saying you're doing BCom and finally the exams are over and you want to join. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sandeep?
Yes, sir.
Pretty much you can. We have good amount of students from that background. Answer is yes, you can join. Both you can join. Yeah, it will work.
Actually, my graduation is to the distance education, sir. Is there any problem with that, sir?
To my knowledge, no. See, to some extent, yes, that will also count. If you do from a good college or maybe full time, that will be a little more better. But as far as I know, or maybe whatever the placements we have done, etc.
Okay, sir.
1 second. I mean, as far as you have that additional certifications and additional skill set and then some experience in your resume and all, that problem you can counter. So short answer, you can do. I'm not saying any much difficulty. Maybe to some extent it will bad, but not much.
Okay, sir. I understand. Sir,
Rohan, I think you raised the hand. I don't know if you have a question there.
Certificate. And I am planning also the mutual fund and doing the research.
Sandeep, what's your question?
Sir, also I have done the NSIM research analyst certification, sir. I am pursuing right now.
Okay.
Already completed the equity derivatives.
Okay.
It will be help me, sir.
That's fine. Yeah, it will help you to some extent. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. As for BTech students, can we join fund accounting? I doubt, Kamalakar. BTech background people will find it difficult to understand the accounts and all. Very few students we have before, but they also have some experience into some, broking operations or etc. So IB related rules they were able to manage. But hardcore fund accounting classes very difficult for you if you are a BTech. Can I take fund accounting course, sir? Pradeep, certainly you can take. I don't know what is the question. What is the price if I want to join only IB? I don't know, your name is showing Z. See, we don't have that option as of now, only IB. The moment you join IB, fund accounting is anyhow given access. So that way, either it will be only fund accounting or it will be IB plus fund accounting. These are the two options we have. So in that way, if you join IB, automatically it is 45K. And if you have reference, anyhow, 2K discount will be there. That includes all of the classes I talked about, FA plus all those optional classes. Can I take fund accounting course? That I answered. Any other question there? Okay. Any other question, let me know. But otherwise, largely I have covered. Obviously, there'll be many points to cover, particularly from the MBA side. But I think the major points I have covered. But again, my point is very clear. Don't just look at the lines and think about maybe every institute is same or maybe every topic is same. No, the depth is different. Particularly people from practical experience will always give you that extra value addition. Then availability, the genuine intention to help the student and the career guidance and all. Reach out to any students of UniQueen before. You'll understand what it is. And if you still have any doubt, please reach out to me, the number that I have given there. But certainly, as far as compared to any other institute, the culture that we have managed is don't promise unnecessary things, but whatever is the minimum standard people are expecting, always deliver that or maybe something plus. So that I can give certainly guarantee, right, from the MBA side also. One second. I know some people are doing some time projects since here, but anyhow, recording lectures are also available. See, occasionally, if you're missing the classes, yes, we provide. Recorded lecture, but not regular basis. After placement, will you continue to give assistance, sir? See, occasional, yes, but I don't know what assistance you are talking about. Old students who are in need of some help, obviously they do reach out. Whatever best we can do, we do help. If we join in this course after we did not get placement in first time, then you are the placement opportunity. Yeah, I mean, we don't have a rule. We have already sent you for one interview that is you have failed, so I'll not send you to other interview. As such, I mean, we don't have that rule. So short answer, yes. I worked in Cognizant on, give me 1 second. Um, Give me 1 second. See, USCMA, see, any qualification guys can do. That's all the short answer. So that way, yeah. USCMA also can do. But as such, is there any additional weightage? Certainly no. I think the technical depth is missing in that course. But anyhow, if you are from that background, you can do it. Okay. Any other questions there whatsoever?
Sir, in UBS, most of the placements are happening only in fund accounting, sir. Is there any reason, sir? Why not in IB?
I mean, see, there are 2 points. As I said, both are related. Maybe when we don't have exact information about the student, we are showing it, congratulations for starting the career in fund accounting. Some rules are IB side also. But yeah, comparatively, you are right. One is we are more specialized in fund accounting, and most important point is most of the hiring is happening in fund accounting. That is the second reason, right? So IB was more in 2004, 2008 period where most of the roles were coming to India. The bulk recruitments are happening IB side at that time. Now only replacements are happening or very limited projects are coming. But then why separate class for IB is some areas we can't cover within that fund accounting, right? Initially, when we started fund accounting, experienced people having some idea. We do have people who are already working in the fund accounting, even 5 years, 10 years, 15 years experience people also join. For them, this is not required. The basics of derivative, basics of primary market and all. That's why we separated. So interlinked topics are there. Even if you're trying well on IB topics, the fund accounting interviews also, that is pretty much helpful. So wherever there is a small connection with fund accounting, we are using the fund accounting career karke. So mainly these are the 2-3 reasons. Right, the recruitment is less in IB and then more on IB, the fund accounting side. But it doesn't mean we don't have the rules related to IB. Those are there. some selective people are going into those also. Will be difficult to switch job in IB after 4 to 5 years with a higher package just with the become degree. See, to some extent, every industry has that problem. If you are paid more than the industry standard, you will start there. Only option there is you customize your skills for that industry. As far the value addition is there from your side to the team or company, you will continue to grow. There are so many guys, either with BCom or with only MBA or whatever qualification, even though they are way higher package is what they are getting compared to others. But now, yes, jumping or changing the companies is not that easy for you. But within the same company, as far as you're delivering the results, you can certainly sustain. So that is an industry level problem. Wherever the package is high, how far you can survive there or how easy to change. I agree with you. But you don't need to see that in the negative sense only. There are very good opportunities out there because you cannot change anyhow. You'll continue to upgrade your skills and continue to be a good asset to the company. You can still have very good career. Thanks, Pratik. Thank you so much. Hello, guys. Any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining. And anytime, any question, please feel free to reach to me or to my team. We are more than happy to help you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a good day.